everyone! Are you ready to kick off an incredible journey together? Today, we're going to witness the true scale of the universe with our own eyes, from the tiniest known objects right up to the largest structures that are almost too vast to even imagine. I promise you, you'll discover things that will change the way you look at the night sky forever. Ceres. Let's start our journey from a relatively small spot, Ceres. With a diameter of about 949 kilometers, Ceres is the biggest object hanging out in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It's actually large enough that its own gravity has pulled it into a round shape, earning it the title of a dwarf planet. Makemake. Let's step it up a notch in size and head over to makemake. With a diameter clocking in at around 1,430 kilometers, its surface is incredibly frigid and sports a distinct reddish color. Get this. A single year on makemake, the time it takes to complete one full orbit around the sun, lasts more than 300 Earth years. Just imagine having a birthday only once every 3 centuries. And now, we arrive at Pluto, everyone's favorite and much debated dwarf planet. With a diameter of approximately 2,400 kilometers, it once held the title of the 9th planet in our solar system. It's a complex world, boasting towering mountains made of ice and vast plains covered in frozen nitrogen. Those ice mountains on Pluto are actually made of water ice, but it's so incredibly cold out there that this ice is literally as hard as rock. Europa. With a diameter of 3,121 kilometers, it's just a tad smaller than our own moon. But what makes Europa truly special is lurking beneath its icy crust. The strongest evidence points towards Europa hiding a massive ocean of salt water beneath that icy surface. And here's the mind-blowing part. This hidden ocean might contain twice as much water as all of Earth's oceans combined. The Moon. And now, let's talk about our very own Moon. With a diameter of 3,500 kilometers, it's the familiar neighbor that lights up our nights and causes the ocean tides. But here's a fascinating tidbit. The Moon is actually drifting away from us. Very, very slowly. Every year, it moves about 3.8 centimeters further away. That's roughly the same speed your fingernails grow. Hundreds of millions of years from now, the Moon will look noticeably smaller in our sky. Mercury. With a diameter of 4,900 kilometers, it's a bit bigger than our Moon. It's the planet closest to the Sun. But wait, hold on a second. Even though Mercury hugs the Sun the closest, it's actually not the hottest planet. That title belongs to Venus. And here's something even weirder. A full day on Mercury, from one sunrise to the next, takes a whopping 176 Earth days. That means its day is longer than its year. How is that even possible? Titan. Now let's swing by Titan. With a diameter of 5,149 kilometers, this moon is actually even bigger than the planet Mercury. Titan holds a couple of incredible distinctions. It's the only moon in the entire solar system with a thick atmosphere. It's even denser than Earth's. And beyond our own planet, it's the only other world we know of that has stable rivers, lakes, and seas of liquid right there on its surface. Of course, this liquid isn't water. It's liquid methane and ethane. How wild is that? Mars, the red planet. Mars. With a diameter of 6,800 kilometers, it's about half the size of Earth. And get this, Mars is home to both the tallest volcano, Olympus Mons, nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest, and the deepest canyon, Valles Marineris, which could stretch clear across the entire United States, in the entire solar system. Venus. Now we arrive at Venus, with a diameter of roughly 12,000 kilometers. It's almost exactly the same size as Earth, sometimes even called Earth's twin sister. But don't let that fool you. These two sisters have some deadly differences. Venus is the undisputed hottest planet in the solar system, scorching at around 465 degrees Celsius. Oh, and it rains sulfuric acid. Plus, unlike most other planets, it spins backward and does it so slowly that its day is actually longer than its year. Seriously, what a hellscape. Earth! And finally, home. Earth, with a diameter of 13,000 kilometers. Our beautiful blue marble, with its vast oceans, life-giving atmosphere, and utterly amazing biodiversity. And get this, Earth's magnetic field acts like an invisible shield, protecting us all from deadly solar radiation. How incredibly lucky are we, right? Kepler 22b. Now let's jump way out there to Kepler 22b. This is an exoplanet, meaning it orbits a star far beyond our own sun. And this star is actually quite similar to ours. Its estimated diameter is around 30,000 kilometers, making it more than twice the size of Earth. Kepler 22b sits right in its star's habitable zone, sometimes called the Goldilocks zone. This means it's at just the right distance from its star for liquid water to potentially exist on its surface. Scientists are speculating that it might be an ocean-covered super-Earth. Imagine that! Now we reach the deep blue ice giant, Neptune, with a diameter clocking in at nearly 50,000 kilometers. It's the farthest official planet from the Sun, not counting Pluto, of course. But here's Neptune's claim to fame. It holds the record for the fastest winds in the entire solar system. Winds on this giant can gust over 2,000 kilometers per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound here on Earth. Can you even imagine storms raging at that kind of speed? Uranus. Next, we swing by Uranus. It's another ice giant, this one with a paler blue-green hue and a slightly larger diameter, around 51,000 kilometers. But Uranus has a really, really strange characteristic that sets it apart from all the others. Uranus is literally tilted over and spins on its side. Its axis of rotation is tilted by almost 98 degrees compared to its path around the Sun. Imagine having a season that lasts for 21 straight years, followed by 21 years of continuous polar night. And now, the absolute jewel of the solar system, Saturn. This gas giant, famous for its breathtaking rings, boasts a diameter of 120,000 kilometers. That's more than double the size of Uranus. Here's a mind-bender. Saturn is the least dense planet in our solar system. Its density is actually lower than water. That means if we could somehow find a bathtub big enough to hold it, Saturn would actually float. Imagine that. A planet that floats. Jupiter. Behold the king of the planets, Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. A colossal gas giant known for its swirling storms and distinct colorful bands. Its diameter stretches to an incredible 140,000 kilometers. You've probably heard of Jupiter's Great Red Spot, right? Well, it's a gigantic storm, way bigger than our entire planet Earth, and it's been raging continuously. Okay, now we're taking a huge leap in scale. Let's talk about the Sun, the very heart of our solar system. It's a colossal sphere of blazing plasma with a diameter of 1,400,000 kilometers. That's roughly 10 times wider than Jupiter. And get this, the Sun, all by itself, accounts for a staggering 99.86% of the entire mass of our solar system. All the planets, moons, asteroids, and comets combined make up just a tiny 0.14% of the total mass. Just think about that dominance. Sirius. Let's venture out to the brightest star in our night sky, besides the Sun, of course. Sirius. With a diameter of about 2,400,000 kilometers, it's nearly twice the size of our own Sun. Elnath. Getting even bigger now. Meet Elnath, a huge blue-white giant star shining bright in the constellation Taurus, the bull. Its diameter stretches out to about 5,800,000 kilometers. And here's a neat little piece of trivia. Elnath is officially considered part of two different constellations. It marks the tip of one of the bull's horns, but historically, it was also sometimes known as Gamma Aurigae, part of the Charioteer constellation. Pollux. Now we arrive at Pollux, the orange-tinted giant star in the constellation Gemini, the twins. We're crossing the 10 million kilometer mark here. Its diameter measures a massive 12,200,000 kilometers. And guess what? We know for sure that at least one exoplanet is circling around Pollux. Named Pollux b, it's a gas giant estimated to be about twice the mass of our very own Jupiter. Arcturus. Let's check out Arcturus next. This is one of the absolute brightest stars you can see in the northern hemisphere's night sky. And whoa, the scales are seriously ramping up now. Its diameter? A whopping 35,300,000 kilometers. Okay, hold up. This next one isn't actually a star. This is Sagittarius A, pronounced Sagittarius A star, the supermassive black hole lurking right at the very center of our own Milky Way galaxy. Its event horizon diameter is estimated at 44 million kilometers. Now, get your head around this. Sagittarius A star packs a mass equivalent to about 4 million of our suns, all squished into an incredibly tiny region. Astronomers even recently managed to capture the very first actual image of this black hole's shadow, an amazing feat. Aldebaran. Next up is Aldebaran, often called the Eye of the Bull in the constellation Taurus. This orange giant star measures in with a diameter of 61,400,000 kilometers. It looks like it's part of the famous Hyades star cluster when we see it from Earth, but it's actually much closer to us and just happens to lie along the same line of sight. Aludra. Now we arrive at Aludra, an absolutely brilliant and massive blue supergiant star found in the constellation Canis Major, the Great Dog. When it comes to brightness, this one is a true powerhouse. Its diameter stretches out to 78,300,000 kilometers. Aludra shines with the light of hundreds of thousands of our suns. It's so incredibly massive that it's burning through its nuclear fuel at a truly ferocious rate. Hold on to your hats! We're looking at one of the most luminous stars known in the entire Milky Way galaxy, the Pistol Star. It's nestled near the galactic center, shrouded in gas and dust. And its diameter? Get ready. It's estimated to be around 425 million kilometers. We've officially crossed into the realm of truly colossal stars. To give you an idea of its power, the Pistol Star radiates about as much energy in just 10 seconds as our sun puts out in an entire year. Absolutely staggering. Antares. Next, feast your eyes on Antares, a magnificent red supergiant star. It's famous for its distinct reddish hue, which sometimes leads people to mistake it for the planet Mars. In fact, its name literally means rival of Mars. And its size? It's knocking on the door of 1 billion kilometers, measuring in at a diameter of roughly 946 million kilometers. VY Canis majoris. This isn't just a supergiant, it's a red hypergiant. The scale here is just dizzying, measured not in millions, but billions of kilometers. Its estimated diameter is around 2 billion kilometers. That's 2 billion kilometers. Think about this. A regular passenger jet, flying at its usual speed, would need over 1,100 years of non-stop flight just to make one trip around this star. 1,100 years. Just unbelievable. Scuti. And just when you thought it couldn't get bigger, meet Scuti. This star is another top contender for the title of the largest known star. Its estimated diameter clocks in at roughly 2.4 billion kilometers. That edges out even VY Canis majoris. The sheer volume of UY Scuti is almost impossible to wrap your head around. Get this. You could fit approximately 5 billion stars the size of our own sun inside it. 5 billion. The universe is truly filled with wonders on scales we can barely bear. Stephenson 218. Let's look at Stephenson 218. It's another red hypergiant, and its size is just hard to even picture. We're talking about a diameter estimated to be around 3 billion kilometers. 3 billion. It's difficult to fathom something that immense. S50014 plus 81. Now we're going beyond individual stars and looking at something even grander in scale. A quasar, known as S50014 plus 81. That staggering figure you see, 240 billion kilometers, isn't the diameter of a single object like a star, but rather the approximate diameter of the region of influence, or perhaps the accretion disk surrounding the supermassive black hole powering this cosmic monster. And the black hole at the heart of this quasar? Get this. It's estimated to have a mass roughly 40 billion times the mass of our sun. 40 billion. We are talking about forces and objects on a scale that truly dwarfs everything we've seen so far. Well, meet TON 618. This is another one of the most incredibly luminous and distant quasars ever observed, and it hosts one of the absolute most massive black holes we've ever detected. The diameter of this behemoth's event horizon is estimated to be a mind-shattering 390 billion kilometers. All right, now it's time to completely shift our perspective and our units of measurement. Kilometers just aren't going to cut it anymore. We're stepping into the realm of the light year, the distance light travels in 1 year, which is roughly 9.5 trillion kilometers. Let's look at the Helix Nebula. This is the stunning remnant of a star like our sun in its final death throes. Its size? It spans about 5.7 light years across. The Helix Nebula is often nicknamed the Eye of God because from certain angles through telescopes, it eerily resembles a giant cosmic eye staring back at us from the depths of space. Horsehead Nebula. Next is one of the sky's most recognizable shapes, the Horsehead Nebula. It's a striking dark dust and gas cloud in Orion, famously silhouetted like a horse's head against a brighter nebula. This celestial shape is about 7 light years across. Eagle Nebula. Let's soar to the magnificent Eagle Nebula, home to the famous Pillars of Creation. These are vast interstellar gas dust clouds acting as stellar nurseries where new stars are born. The nebula's width spans approximately 9.5 light years. The iconic pillars, made famous by Hubble images, are actually being sculpted and eroded by intense radiation from massive young stars born nearby. It's a dynamic, beautiful scene of cosmic creation and destruction. Segue 2. Time to check out Segue 2. This is one of the smallest and faintest known galaxies, and it's actually a satellite galaxy orbiting our very own Milky Way. Its diameter? A mere 220 light-years across. That's incredibly tiny for a galaxy. Just to give you an idea of how sparse it is, Segue 2 is estimated to contain only about 1,000 stars in total. Compare that to the hundreds of billions of stars calling the Milky Way home. Tarantula Nebula. Now for something truly spectacular and sprawling. The Tarantula Nebula. This incredible nebula isn't located in our galaxy, but in one of our nearest galactic neighbors, the Large Magellanic Cloud. It holds the distinction of being the most active known star-forming region in the entire local group of galaxies, our galactic neighborhood. It's a colossal stellar nursery, measuring about 1,862 light-years in diameter. Sleeping Beauty Galaxy. Next up is the Sleeping Beauty Galaxy, also known catalogically as M64. This is a spiral galaxy, notable for a very prominent dark band of dust swirling around its bright nucleus, giving it a somewhat mysterious and intriguing appearance. Its diameter spans about 54,000 light-years. Milky Way Galaxy. Home sweet home. Our very own galaxy, the Milky Way Galaxy. This vast spiral system, containing our sun and billions of other stars, stretches across an estimated diameter of about 105,700 light-years. And here's something neat to remember. We can't actually take a complete photograph of the Milky Way from an outside perspective because, well, we live inside it. So any picture you see depicting the entire Milky Way structure is either an artist's rendition based on data, or it's actually a picture of a different spiral galaxy that we think looks similar to ours. Meet the Andromeda Galaxy. It's slightly larger than our own Milky Way, with a diameter measuring approximately 220,000 light-years. Here's a fascinating fact. Andromeda is hurtling towards us at a speed of about 110 kilometers per second. Because of this cosmic trajectory, scientists predict that in about 4.5 billion years, Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide and eventually merge. This colossal event will likely result in the formation of a new giant elliptical galaxy, which some have nicknamed Milkomeda. How cool is that? IC 1101. And now for the absolute behemoth. Meet one of the largest known galaxies in the entire observable universe, IC 1101. This is a supergiant elliptical galaxy located right at the heart of a massive galaxy cluster. Its diameter is simply staggering, roughly 6 million light-years across. To put that into perspective, IC 1101 is about 50 to 60 times larger in diameter than our Milky Way. And get this, it's estimated to contain over 100 trillion stars. Remember, our Milky Way is estimated to have somewhere between 100 to 400 billion stars. It's truly a giant among giants. Laniakea Supercluster. The scale gets even bigger. Welcome to the Laniakea Supercluster. This is essentially our galactic home address on a much grander scale. It's a supercluster that contains our own Milky Way, the Andromeda Galaxy, and roughly 100,000 other galaxies. All these galaxies are interconnected by gravity, forming a vast structure. Interestingly, everything within Laniakea is generally moving towards a central gravitational point known as the Great Attractor. The sheer breadth of Laniakea is immense, spanning approximately 500 million light-years across. Observable universe. And finally, we arrive at the largest scale we can currently comprehend, the observable universe. Think of it as a sphere with Earth at its center. The edge of this sphere represents the maximum distance from which light, traveling since the very beginning of the universe, the Big Bang, about 13.8 billion years ago, has had enough time to reach us. The diameter of this cosmic bubble is estimated to be a mind-boggling 93 billion light-years. It's crucial to remember that this 93 billion light-years is just the part of the universe that we can observe. The actual total universe is probably much, much larger than this, perhaps even infinitely vast. We inhabit a universe filled with hundreds of billions of galaxies, each containing hundreds of billions of stars. And who knows how many countless other worlds might be out there. It truly puts things into perspective, doesn't it? Our journey through the different scales of the cosmos concludes here. We've traveled from a small dwarf planet all the way out to the truly unimaginable expanse of the observable universe. You've seen how our Earth, our Sun, and even our entire galaxy appear small and almost insignificant when faced with the sheer grandeur of the cosmos. This journey serves as a potent reminder of how much there is still left for us to discover. And it highlights our wondrous, yet profoundly humble, place within this amazing universe. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this comparison and that your mind, like mine, is left reeling and buzzing with the contemplation of all this staggering immensity. We're incredibly thankful for your support. You give us motivation,